This morning, Ukraine's Special Operations Forces, SSO, executed a daring long-range strike on the Russian missile ship Grad, turning what once seemed a secure rear-area asset into a symbol of vulnerability. With an estimated destruction cost of nearly $70 million, the attack not only dealt a heavy material blow, but also sent a clear, ominous message. No Russian vessel is safe, even deep inside its own territory. At precisely 4:31 a.m., a Ukrainian munition found its mark deep inside Russian territory, striking the Grad, a Project 2 to 1631 Bion M-class small missile ship bearing hull number 575. Later that day, the SSO confirmed responsibility. Crucially, this was not a static target anchored in port, but a vessel underway, navigating internal waterways from the Baltic Sea toward the Caspian Sea via Russia's inland route systems. The strike happened in Lake Onega, in Russia's northwestern Republic of Karelia, nearly 1,000 kilometers (620 miles) from the nearest Ukrainian-controlled area. According to the SSO's initial assessments, the munition struck the starboard side of the engine compartment, causing catastrophic damage. Such a feat, hitting a moving warship at extreme range, marks a pronounced evolution in Ukraine's offensive capabilities. Past operations have predominantly focused on more conventional targets, like oil refineries or military installations. But a maritime engagement like this pushes the envelope. It challenges Russia's assumption of safety in its own waters. On the surface, the Grad may not have posed an immediate threat. It was en route to the landlocked Caspian Sea, far from frontline engagements. But the choice of target was strategic rather than purely tactical. By eliminating a high-value naval asset well behind Russia's front lines, Ukraine demonstrated reach and potency, a symbolic dismantling of the idea that Russia could shelter critical systems behind its geography. Commissioned into the Baltic Fleet on December 29, 2022, the Grad was one of Russia's newer naval assets. As part of the Boeing M, or Bion M, class, it was specifically designed for river sea operations, ideal for control of internal coasts and rivers. It combined compact footprint with potent strike capabilities, making it a significant risk to Ukraine's security. What made it especially dangerous was its armament. It carried a vertical launch system for caliber NK, 3M14 cruise missiles, which are estimated to have ranges between 1,500 and 2,500 kilometers. From a Caspian position, Grad could theoretically strike targets in cities like Odessa using a 450 kilograms high-explosive warhead. Some analysts even believe the Caliber system may have a nuclear-capable variant. In addition to Caliber, the Grad could deploy Onyx antiship missiles and Zircon hypersonic cruise missiles. For its close-in defense, it had a 30mm duet autocannon system, machine guns, and rocket launchers. Yet, as with many ship designs, its air defense was limited, a critical vulnerability that the SSO evidently leveraged. Thus, taking out the Grad achieved multiple objectives: denying Russia a mobile missile launch platform, degrading its strategic reach, and amplifying psychological pressure. The SSO has not officially disclosed the weapon used in the strike, likely a deliberate move to preserve operational secrecy and complicate Russian countermeasures. But analyzing Ukraine's known arsenal allows us to draw reasonable inferences. Option 1. Long-range drone. Ukraine has made significant advances in drone technology. As early as April 2024, the Minister of Digital Transformation, Mikhailo Fedorov, confirmed the nation's production of drones capable of 700 to 1,000 kilometers range, with newer models exceeding that threshold. UJ-26 Beaver, in service since 2023, it can travel tilde 1,000 kilometer. Its 20 kilograms payload is modest but, with precision, sufficient to cripple critical systems like propulsion or navigation. Lyuti, often likened to Russia's Shahd drones, the Lyuti can reach 1,000 kilometer plus and carry significantly larger warheads, up to 4 times that of the Beaver. At an estimated unit cost of $200,000, it offers outstanding cost-effectiveness. Ukraine has used Lyuti drones successfully against Russian oil infrastructure, showing their reliability. A well-aimed Lyuti hitting the Grad's engine room could replicate the scale of damage inferred from SSO reports. Option 2. Long-range missiles or hybrid systems. Ukraine has also been developing more advanced missile systems. Long Neptune, originally an anti-surface missile, R-360 Neptune, it may be adapted for land attack. Its projected range, 1,000 to 3,000 kilometers, and dual capability make it a strong candidate. Flamingo. This hybrid cruise missile drone boasts comparable range with a staggering 1.15 metric ton payload, enough to devastate virtually any warship. But given the Grad's relatively modest size, deploying such a heavy asset seems unlikely, unless the strike was intended as a proof of concept. Either way, Ukraine's expansion of domestic missile capability creates multiple paths for extreme-range precision strikes. The attack on the Grad was not a lone event. Overnight operations on October 4th showed a multi-pronged Ukrainian campaign. Kirishinevtyoginsk oil refinery, Leningrad region targeted by drones. The refinery is one of Russia's largest, and reports suggest Ukraine strikes have cut refining capacity by up to 40%, threatening fuel supplies for both military and civilian sectors. Kursk region, a transporter loader vehicle for the Iskander ballistic missile system and a Garmin radar complex were struck, confirming Moscow's deep logistical vulnerabilities. Taken together, these actions show Ukraine's intent to apply continuous pressure on Russian systems, degrade military infrastructure across domains, and force Moscow into crisis management rather than strategic initiative. The Grad is estimated to have cost Russia around $70 million. If, a conservative estimate, the strike was executed using a $200,000 Lyuty drone, that's a 350:1 return on investment. This asymmetry is key. Russia's shipbuilding sector is crippled by sanctions and systemic inefficiencies. Replacing a specialized asset like Grad is not just expensive, but realistic replacement may be impossible in the near term. Evidence of Russia's production crisis is stark. Rosemore Port, the state port operator, cancelled a $200 million contract with the Onega shipyard in Karelia, near where the strike occurred, for 2 icebreakers, citing delays traceable to sanctions. The Khabarovsk shipbuilding plant recently laid off 70% of its workforce due to lack of orders, materials, and funding. In short, each destroyed ship is a permanent blow. Russia lacks both the capacity and the capital to restore balance anytime soon. Tactical. This strike erodes the idea that modern, mobile Russian warships are safe even behind the front lines. The Grad was not operating in contested waters. It was moving within internal Russian routes. Yet it was hit. This underscores Ukraine's growing precision, reach, and ability to project power deep into enemy territory. Strategic. By continuously inflicting losses and combining that with Russia's crippled production, Ukraine forces the Kremlin into a negative spiral. Each ship destroyed is one less platform, one less deterrent. Over time, that differential compounds in Ukraine's favor. Symbolic. Destroying a seemingly secure naval asset sends a message. No safe harbor, no immunity, even deep inside Russia. It projects confidence, audacity, and a willingness to escalate capability. It also counters any Russian narrative of territorial impunity. In short, Ukraine is redefining the risk calculus for the entire Russian Navy. A question for you. If a single strike can undermine Russia's naval doctrine and force it to rethink safe zones, how much more is yet to come? Are we witnessing the early phase of a maritime revolution born of asymmetric warfare? If you found this analysis valuable, make sure to subscribe to Global Briefing so we can keep exploring these seismic developments together.